はい、こんにちは。ビッグビート代表の浜口です。展示会ですね。展示会は、B2B のマーケティング戦略においてもとても重要な、戦略の、アウトプットの一つだというふうに思っています。日本でも東京をはじめさまざまなエリアでいろんな展示会がね、もうほぼ連日のように開催をされています。そこに多くのビジネスパーソンが、参加をしております。そしてその参加者たちの大きな目的っていうのは、自分のビジネスの未来の役に立つ情報を得ることですね。製品やサービスの情報を得る、情報を得るっていうことなんで、できる限りたくさんの情報を得に展示会に参加します。人によっては10とか20とか、それ以上のブースを1日で回ることが多いようです。ですので出展者側もそういった多くの人たちの目的に応えるために、展示会というイベントをデザインをしていく必要があります。もう一方、日本の独特の事情といいましょうか、日本では個人情報の取り扱いにものすごく厳しい法律があって、有効なターゲットリードの売買というのが極めて難しいという現実があります。ですので展示会でそのターゲットのリードを取っていくっていうことも出展者の大きな目的の一つになっているわけです。ですので、来場者の目的と出展者の目的をしっかりとね、考えて展示会をデザインしていかないと、その展示会が有効なマーケティングの戦略にならないわけですね。ただこのコロナでね、2年間でまだ随分変わってきております。おそらく、日本でもこのオンラインでも今情報収集するっていうのが、普通の今状態になりましたので、おそらくこの後の展示会はその目的が変わってくるのではないかというふうに予想しています。つまり事前にオンライン上で情報をできる限り多く収集をして、展示会をより突っ込んだまでね、もっと商談に近いイベントになっていくのではないかというふうに予想しております。これからがね、また展示会が本格的に帰ってくるシーズンになってきますので、これからの変化を私はそのように予想している次第です。はい、この後ですね、当社の数多くの展示会を経験している優子福安と最近加わったアメリカンのコリンからですね、展示会についてのこれからのいろんな話題を対談したいというふうに思っています。お楽しみにどうぞ。
Hello, my name is Colin Snow, and I am a member of the global team here at Bigbeat Inc. For those of you that don't know, Bigbeat Inc. is a Japanese B2B marketing agency, obviously in Japan, and that's actually what we're here to talk about today, the B2B market within Japan, more specifically how it pertains to exhibitions and trade shows versus pre-corona and post-corona. And in order to do that today, I have with me our global team manager and in-house master of inbound clients, Miss Fukuyasu.
Thank you for introducing me. I'm Yuka Fukuyasu, Bigbeat global team manager here. I've been with the company for a while, and I've been supporting a lot of global companies for their activities in Japan, such as events and promotions and etc.
Thank you very much for joining us. And since you have a lot of experience in this field, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. I mentioned a few moments ago about trade shows and exhibitions. Now, those are just one of many things that you have to think about when it comes to B2B marketing. In the B2B marketing world, there's lots of important activities, brand awareness, lead generation, stuff like that. How do exhibitions fit into all of that? What's the role of an exhibition in the B2B marketing world in Japan?
Thank you for your question. When you do B2B marketing activities in Japan, you have to think about getting the leads to promote your solutions to your target audiences. And in Japan, there's a really strict law of the personal information protection that you cannot buy any leads without permission of that person. So when you think of the marketing activities in Japan, you have to ask for permission for that person to give that personal information to that company. And as for the exhibition, if you exhibiting in target exhibition, you get a lot of visitors coming to the venue with, who are interested in a lot of information targeted to your solutions. So in that way, you'll be able to gather a lot of leads of the person who are interested in your solution, your companies. And of course, exhibition is where you do the branding and where you introduce your solution, your services, your companies, and all those kind of things. But in Japan, still, a lot of companies are thinking of the exhibition as a place where you can get lead gen.
Gotcha. And so those, that brand awareness and the lead gen, all of that I mentioned before, is kind of all mixed up in the exhibition. You can do all of those things at an exhibition, essentially.
Yeah, people coming to your booth will, give you business cards, information of their personal. That means they, actually give you permission to access to those personal information for their future, services and so on. So in that way, you can get a lot of leads. Yeah.
Gotcha. And for those of you that don't know, a lot of times when you go to an exhibition in Japan, you have to register, and then when you register, you also have to scan your business card. And so you'll get a piece of paper that has your name as well as your business card on it, and so that's just one other way to kind of show your personal information that you'll be sharing with the exhibitors. Now, I imagine that the COVID-19 disaster, the pandemic, has caused quite a few changes in the B2B marketing world, especially when it comes to exhibitions. It used to be very in-person, lots of people gathered together in a small area. Do you think that the COVID-19 disaster has really changed the role of exhibitions, and if so, how?
Well, yes, I think it changed in some way. It's still an event where you can promote your solution, your company branding. But during the COVID-19, people weren't, they couldn't come to the venues really casual as they used to. So there were no wandering people around the booth or something. So during the COVID-19, I think people who were interested in finding a new solution or finding a new partner actually came to the venue and meet the exhibitors face to face and get the information and start the business together. So I think the people who are visiting the exhibition during the COVID-19 has changed.
So, as you mentioned, a lot of people were being really careful about, the state of emergency, about Corona, because of that, there were a lot of online exhibitions. So, despite the fact that there were so many online exhibitions, there were still people coming into these, in-person events, in-person exhibitions. What were the things that brought people to the in-person exhibitions despite the coronavirus pandemic?
Yeah, well, if it's an IT solution, you can see that on the screen and see the demos. But if it's a manufacturing product that actually needs the demonstration to see how it works and needs some business talking with the exhibitors or the company to understand more about the product, they actually want to come to the event, the exhibition event, and talk to the exhibitors and see the demo for himself live in front of them, to get more demonstration, understanding of what the product is about. So I guess that's why people come to the exhibition hall. Even though this COVID situation was bad, they just come to the venue and talk to the exhibitors, and they want something. They want to understand the product. They need the information for their business, and they're eager to do business with other partners to get their business going.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, some things are a lot more difficult to sell or buy without actually seeing it with your own eyes. Absolutely. And things have obviously changed over the last year and a half or so. Things are starting to get more back to normal, and so now it seems like it's not just those kinds of people that need to see it with their own eyes. There's a lot more people coming to these events. It seems though. What do you think is the current state of the exhibitions in Japan?
So right now, a lot of events are coming back in Japan during COVID-19 situation. Compared to last year, there's a lot of exhibition events going in every week at the exhibition hall. And for example, there's an IT event, which is very large in Japan. It is called Japan IT Week, which is held every year in spring and fall. And for the spring, we just had the spring event in April. And last year for this event, they had about 14,000 visitors at the venue. And also they had about 300 exhibitors. But compared to that, this year, there was about 40,000 people visiting the event and 640 exhibitors at the venue, and the event is coming live again.
Wow, so twice the number of visitors and exhibitors compared to last year.
Yes, that's correct. And also it's same with the other events. There was Retail Tech Security Show in March, and they had 50,000 visitors this year. And also they have an international robot exhibition, which is called IREX, and they had 60,000 visitors. And yeah, people are growing, yeah.
Wow, 60,000 people. It's a big number.
Yes, that is correct, yes.
So I know, especially in the US and the UK, they've started to lessen their corona safety measures, so to speak. What do those look like in Japan right now?
Well, in Japan, Japanese people wear masks all the time when they go out and meet people. So if you go to events like exhibition show, there's a sign that you have to wear a mask, and there's also temperature check. And people are really nice, and they all wear masks, and they have a temperature check upon the entrance of the venue. So I think the people who are visiting the exhibition show feel it's safe, and organizers are taking care of the COVID situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually went to the event last week as well, and there's the hall entrance, of course, but then there are entrances to each of the actual exhibition halls, and you have to check your temperature every single time
Yes,
you go in
every
there
single
and use
time.
the alcohol spray and
yeah.
everything like that. So yeah, quite safe. Everything's kind of under control in that regard. Thank you so much for your time today. Before we finish up, if you could give kind of one last message to the viewers, that would be fantastic.
So currently, a lot of physical events are coming back in Japan, and people are eager to get information of a new solution, new partnership of business partner. So if you're thinking of doing any business in Japan, I think exhibition is one way to get your solution introduced and also get your lead gen. And we look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank all of you for watching. If you would like to get a little bit more information about the B2B marketing world, especially within Japan, please feel free to reach out to us. You can contact us at bigbeatinc.com, and you will see the link down below at the bottom of the screen. We hope to hear from you soon.